What if there's like a hidden force inside each of us, something pushing us to be our best selves?
Kind of wild to think about, right? And that's what we're diving into today as we explore the Urantia book and its take on thought adjusters.
Hmm.
We're going deep on this one. Just imagine these adjusters, these pieces of the Universal Father himself, they don't start off all-knowing, all-powerful. The Urantia book says they're kind of like young beings needing to learn and grow.
Yeah.
And how do they do that? By living life through us, i- us mortals. Makes you think differently about what it means to be divine, huh? It really does. What gets me is how the Urantia book just dives right into this idea that even these divine parts, they go on a journey, they hit different stages, start as virgin adjusters, become advanced, and some even reach this supreme level. And what drives it all? Experience. Straight from section 17, the 7 superuniverses.
So we're not the only ones going through it all, huh? These adjusters are on their own path, but it's connected to ours.
Totally. And the book talks about this amazing thing called fusion, where an adjuster and a surviving human soul merge, becoming one. Like, wow. Shows how crucial the human experience is woven right into the cosmos.
That fusion, that's the big goal, the peak of this whole cosmic team up.
You put it that way, this merging, this spiritual bond, it's beyond what we understand here. And get this. Nothing from being human is wasted, even if fusion doesn't happen in one lifetime. Every win, every struggle, every lesson the adjuster keeps it.
Whoa.
It's like this massive cosmic recycling system. Each life helps these incredible beings grow.
Mind-blowing. So they're like living libraries, holding on to echoes of past lives, past experiences. And since the book says adjusters can exist for, like, forever, some here on Earth might have seen tons of civilizations come and go. Crazy to think about the wisdom they must carry. So we've got these thought adjusters, right? These cosmic buddies on this wild ride with us. But here's where it gets even more interesting. In the Urantia book mentions this self-acting adjuster. Basically, they've leveled up, cosmic wisdom from tons of experience.
Exactly. It's important to remember that an adjuster doesn't just wake up one day and bam, self-acting. It's not like a gold star for good behavior. It's more about growth, both for the adjuster and the person they're with. As they learn, make mistakes, succeed, and as the human grows spiritually too, something kind of amazing happens. It's like this deepening connection.
So it goes to a whole new level.
Yeah, like you wouldn't believe. The Urantia book talks about this synchronization of will and purpose, deeper communication, understanding, the whole shebang. And it gets so strong, so in tune, that the adjuster gets more freedom.
So they can do more on their own, even stuff we're not aware of.
It's not just about moving around, though. Think bigger access to knowledge, power, the ability to really make waves on a huge scale. Section 112, that's the universe of universes, hints at these advanced adjusters, maybe even guiding entire planets. Can you imagine?
That's wild. Makes you wonder, though, what if they just vanished from Earth?
People have been asking that about the Urantia book forever. It does say these advanced adjusters are key to a planet evolving, becoming more spiritual, good vibes only,
Like a cosmic support system,
Yeah.
pushing us to be better.
Perfect way to put it. We can only guess what would happen if they left, but the book does show us places that lost that guidance. And it's not pretty. Lots of conflict, things going stale, losing that spiritual spark. Just shows you they're super important, even if we don't always see it.
And that makes you think about your own adjuster,
Mm-hmm.
right? What's our connection like?
Mm.
It's a big question, but luckily, the Urantia book dives into all the ins and outs of this one-of-a-kind bond. It's easy to get lost in the big picture stuff, all that cosmic stuff the Urantia book talks about, but it always comes back to us, me and you, and that link we've got with our own thought adjuster. Where do we even start with that?
Well, one of the cool things about the Urantia book is how it puts all these different worlds into categories based on where they're at spiritually. It talks about series of worlds. Remember how Earth is Series 3?
Series 3, why is that a big deal again?
Being Series 3 right here, right now, it means Earth is at this point where it's like a golden opportunity for humans. See, becoming one with your thought adjuster, that total fusion thing, it doesn't always happen, not on every world. Lots of things play into it, both with the person and the planet itself.
So we're kind of lucky to be here then. Like we've got a real shot at that.
Exactly. The Urantia book even says so. Check out section 118, Supreme and Ultimate Time and Space. It's all about how us humans on this Series 3 world, we can do this thing called personality synthesis. Super important for that final fusion to happen.
Okay, personality synthesis sounds kind of intense. Break that down for me.
Basically, it's about putting all the pieces of yourself together. Thoughts, feelings, experiences, everything. And your adjuster's wisdom is the guide. You're lining yourself up with your, best self. But you know it's not always going to be easy.
Yeah, I bet our human side gets in the way a lot, huh?
Oh, for sure. The Urantia book keeps it real about how tough it is for adjusters to work with us. Our minds, all over the place, full of biases and contradictions, wanting it all. It's easy to get distracted, doubt ourselves, and honestly, hard to tell our own thoughts apart from what our adjuster is gently suggesting.
It's like having a quiet chat in the middle of a hurricane sometimes. So what can we do? How do we actually make this fusion thing happen? We have this chance. How do we make the most of it?
The big thing, and the Urantia book says this again and again, is to work with your adjuster. You got to realize you're not alone. This divine piece of the puzzle is inside you, just waiting for you to look inward. Things like meditation, taking time to think, even just getting more spiritual. It all helps quiet the noise so you can hear your adjuster better.
So it takes effort, huh? Got to build that connection and listen to that quiet voice inside.
Exactly, but it's worth it. Not just for you, but for everything.
For everything? What do you mean?
So there's this really cool idea in the Urantia book. They call it the cross-fertilization of values. Basically, it's like this. Even if we don't merge completely in this life, the things our adjuster learns from us, those experiences, the growth, the love, it doesn't just disappear.
You're saying even if we don't hit that final fusion, our adjuster takes a part of us with them?
Exactly. And they could share those pieces with other beings on other worlds. Imagine that helping them on their journey. It all adds up, this huge web of connection. Every life, even the ones we think are insignificant, plays a part in something so much bigger. It's kind of beautiful.
Wow, that's amazing. Even in our failures, we're part of this grand symphony. Makes you wonder what the universe is really about, doesn't it? Is it just random stars and planets? Or is there a plan, a connection, something way kinder than we can grasp? We'll leave you with that to ponder as we finish this deep dive into the incredible world of the Urantia book and its perspective on thought adjusters.